NaNoWriMo. Okay, hello! So, I was up until 5 AM in the morning finishing off this bad boy, The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. Love it, totally worth it. But no, seriously, this was a really great book. And it's the first in a series, so I'm really excited to eventually read the other books. I got pretty tired around 1 in the morning, but I was only like 100 or so, maybe a couple hundred pages from the end, and it was picking up momentum and building, and I was just really excited, and I just wanted to finish the book. So I stayed up until about almost 5 finishing this book. It was pretty gripping in there. It didn't carry that momentum the entire way through, but it was still pretty good. I didn't realize until like maybe halfway through the book that the main character was the main character. Because I guess the way it started off with the prologue, there were a couple other characters and introduced one of the main characters, and I thought it was about him, but it was really about a girl named Vin. In the first couple of chapters, she would always dwell on what her brother said to her and how mean her brother was to her. I felt like it was stated one too many times in the beginning of the book. It's like, okay, I get it already. Her brother was really mean to her, she hates the world because of it. But by the time I got to like the latter third of the book, it didn't really matter to me anymore. I don't know, the way the way her character evolves through the book, it works in a way that it's really good to see that change in her character. It was the ending. Oh my goodness, the ending of this book was amazing. Like, think things are going well, but then it's bad, and then things start to look better, but then it gets bad, and it's just like, as a fantasy fiction book, I would say it's up there with The Name of the Wind, and I think I'm going to give it 4.5 guitars out of 5. Like, it was a pretty epic journey. It just all wrapped up so perfectly that I was like, why did there even need to be a sequel? But I guess it's such a good world that Sanderson has created in this book that I'm interested to see where it goes from there and how the next book can be anywhere near as epic and awesome as this was. Just as a standalone work, I would say it's 4.5 guitars out of 5. And I would really recommend anyone who likes fantasy fiction to read this book, because it's great. There is a twist to the story. I love things that have twist endings. I love being surprised in a world where so much has already been done. It's really refreshing to be surprised by something, and I think that's why we like comedy, because comedy is an art form based upon punchlines that weren't what you expected. They tickle our fancies because we don't see them coming. If we see them coming, it's not really funny, it's just kind of eh. But like some of my favorite movies, Shawshank Redemption, Fight Club, Stranger Than Fiction, K-PAX, they all have that theme of like, I was surprised by the ending. Oh, what's that one with John Cusack and Amanda Peet? That has a really good twist ending. I'm blanking on the name right now. But I like doing that in my own writing as well. I wrote a short story for my creative writing class. That was my final assignment. Like the day before it was due, I thought of a better twist ending than the one I originally planned. And so I redrafted the whole thing, changing it so that it would work with my new ending. And yet, even since I've handed in, I've thought of another couple of lines that would have just made that ending that much juicier. And that's what I love in a story that surprises me with the ending. And I don't know, maybe people who read a lot more fantasy fiction than I do might not be surprised at the ending, but I thought it was epic, and I thought it was amazing, and it was kind of thrilling. And there was something really interesting about a male author writing a female lead character. Most of the books I've read in recent years that have female protagonists have been written by female authors. I'm not a female, so I don't know how well a woman relates to the main character when she reads it, but I certainly felt like I followed her character's mentale. But I'm a guy, so I don't know. But if there are any women out there who've read this, let me know in the comments how you feel it worked, because that got me thinking about writing a female lead character in my story for NaNoWriMo, and I'm thinking about it. So like, if you have read this book or have read other books with male authors and female protagonists, let me know in the comments how you felt that was handled, whether that's something that should be done more often or should be done less or should be done with greater caution. Is there something I should be aware of writing for a female lead character? And of course, as I mentioned in my last video, I'll be starting J.K. Rowling's The Casual Vacancy today. But yeah, let me know about that whole male authors writing for female characters thing, and I'll see you soon. Great book, great book, great book. Bye. October Club, 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 October Club.